Hey everybody, welcome to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, and this is the 16th episode in my 4th Age of Wonders 3 Advanced Strategy series. Let's get right into it this week with the comments. The first one I want to go over is kind of a painfully obvious one now that I think about it from the last episode. Thanks to Arch Redbeard for pointing this out. I completely forgot to stop at that Forbidden Sanctum with my Druid's army as I was moving south. I wanted to get there, see if I could get a cool spell. And just clear the structure for the sake of clearing the structure. I think the city's borders could eventually reach it, actually. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just barely. So if that city gets fully upgraded, I could actually get a mana bonus from that, which would be nice. I don't necessarily need it right now, but more for the spell. I wanted to see if I could get a cool spell from it, like I got in one of my other games. I got Summit Obsidian Dragon, so... I've been thinking about this a little bit, whether I should just keep going with them or not, and honestly, they're still close enough right now, and they're really the only army that could handle that. I should really probably just turn them around for one turn. They can get back there in one turn, clear it, and then continue on their way, because it's going to be a long time before I'm able to clear that with anybody else, and depending on the spell I get, it may or may not be worth it, so it's a little bit of a gamble, but I'll take that chance. To get there, though, I have to split off some of these slower units, because... as it is right now, the whole army, you can't really see it very well, but it take 2 turns to get there. So I'm gonna deselect that cannon and actually move everybody else back, and then I can pull that flame tank in to help. And that sort of leads into a comment from Tarsak this week of flame tanks should really be kept near the Firstborns and Forge Priests because they pair very well with them. Firstborns and Forge Priests have 100% fire resistance. So, like, this guy here, I actually haven't even had a chance to get flame tanks up that far yet, but when I do, they're going to pair well with, like the Firstborn in that army. There's a Firstborn and Forge Priest there. There's a Forge Priest in this army. My third Firstborn, or maybe my fourth one? I think I have 4, actually. I'm not sure where the other one is. There's one here. Whoops. There's one with the Necromancer's army. There's one with the Druid's army, I know that. There's one underground with my leader's army, and maybe one with the warlord. No? Okay, there's 2 down there with... yeah, that's where the other 2 are. Down with that guy's army. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to want to probably put both of them in the same army and then have the flame tank with them. But, yeah, just to keep that in mind. Appreciate that from Tarsak. Let's see, what else have we got here? Ekia Aj mentioned that in general, I might want to consider moving units at the beginning of the turn rather than the end, because when you move units, you get pickups from the ground and stuff, or from treasure sites cleared, and you can use them to build things in your cities. That's a good idea, and it's one I will try to implement as best I can. Old habits do die hard. The game does prompt you to select production for your cities before moving your units, so it takes some adjustment getting used to just forcing yourself to move the units first. I have been a little bit better in this series, I think, about remembering to go back and change city production as need be, but generally speaking, yes, it would be better to probably move your units before deciding what to do with your cities rather than after. So just good general advice. Let's see, Citizen1245 mentioned that I should consider selling the class buildings in human cities. Thank you so much for this comment, because this is something that I didn't even know you could do. This city, I'm going to let it build the knight on this turn, because I might need it, because I'm thinking about sending a knight off with the Druid army. But this city here, for example, I can do it now. I can actually, instead of producing merchandise, I could go in here and just sell off Warlord's Command, which nets me a little bit more money. It takes a turn to disable it, or to tear it down. Maybe I should sell the... I don't know if it matters. I should sell the tier 2 one first, because it's dependent on the tier 1 one. I don't know if the other would disappear. I don't think it would. I think they would stay there. But, yeah, like selling the city is going to get me 50 gold, which does cut back a little bit on the merchandise. Like producing merchandise, I get an extra 50%, which would be like 41 or 42. But 50 gold is a little more than that, and there's no reason to have those there, so I may as well sell them now while the gold income is still at a level where it makes sense to sell them. This city, it might not. In fact, this city, I think, and you guys could correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure, well, actually selling the Great Beast Lair would be worth it, because that's 100. But the other ones only sell for 50. producing merchandise gets me an extra 50%. That's like an extra 70, 60, 65 gold per turn, which would be more than 50. So I think I'd actually be better off producing merchandise in this city rather than selling those. But yeah, at least I would sell the Great Beast Lair there, because that's 100 gold. That would be worth it. So I guess you got to do the math a little bit, but I had no idea you could sell those, so thanks for pointing that out. I kind of thought they would disappear automatically because they're class buildings from a different class, and I never actually bothered to check. So I learned a lot from you guys, I really do. And then the last comment came from Jeff regarding the tower placement underground. Suggested building it as far north as I could to get as close to Durlag as possible. I won't be able to get within range of Durlag without breaking through that wall, and I'm not sure what the terrain is in there, but I should be able to get pretty close in this area right in here. And then I could watch this roadway here, see some of what's going on around that, possibly around that cave entrance, so that would probably be a useful spot, and I think that's where I will go. Alright, that all being said, I can go ahead and just continue along here. I did have my Theocrat army was kind of up to bat next, these two armies here. I want to move them forward and just start wrecking some stuff. The first thing I want to go after is probably this tower here, because, well, I'm YOLOing these things at black, basically. But I want to clear as many structures along the way that I can that are relatively convenient to get to. This army can make it there. That army can only make it here at the most. So, well, the knight will be more than fast enough. Actually, the hero has a little more movement. Let's get this done. Maybe I can try to convert that black knight. That would be nice. Alright, here come the orcs. Alright, so the spearmen have let their guard down. Should be an easy kill with a range attack while staying mostly out of the way of the great swords. Maybe, if I can get those elves into a good spot. I can only hit them once. Once is better than nothing. Actually, those guys, I can actually safely move here without getting hit by the greatsword because that rock is in the way. What would be the best thing to go after the orcs with? Magic is generally better. Oh, I've got this lovely cannon too. Don't want to forget about that, which I think will do a fine job at wrecking that guy. Okay, Forge Priest in the back here. Firstborn should probably go up front. I think I'm going to let the Phalanxes actually take that hit because they've got first strike. Although Orc Swordsmen do have Overwhelm, so they have a bonus versus Pikeman units. Yeah, I'll let the Firstborns tank that instead. I'd have... not sure what to do with this person other than starting to try to curse that Black Knight, which unfortunately didn't work, but it slows it down, which will let me get another shot at it later. Also, might allow me to go in for the kill with the Forge Priest here, maybe? No, won't quite get him. Ah, well, they're not going too far. I'll, no sense in even letting them hit anything and take damage from it. I'll just let them run. Okay. So that Black Knight will let his guard down on the next turn, giving me another opportunity to curse it when that becomes available again. Would like to get my Forge Priest out of the way. I think I'll back them up. I think I gotta go one space further. Right here should work. Okay, that was a nice critical hit. They won't quite burn down though, not from there. Let the Druid finish him, or the Theocrat finish him off. And definitely want the Phalanx being the ones to take that hit. if possible. Which means probably moving everybody else down here. Yep, right there should work. Should be able to kill that greatsword without any trouble. Let's see if I can set him on fire. That would be nice. I'm gonna get out of the way. I don't have inflict immolation, that's right. You know, they're pretty low on health, but I don't have any other range units to hit them with. So they're probably just going to go run and smack something. I can at least get these pikemen in the way. And the firstborn, for that matter. Aw, they didn't attack anything. Alright, I'm going to try to lower their guard, because I really need Curse to... Well, actually, I could try Curse once. I wonder if anybody... I don't have anyone that can entangle or ensnare them. Would that I had some Civic Guards here, but I don't. I think... Slayer's Doubt just lowers morale, but has an 80% chance of working and slowing that guy down. Alright, what I'm going to do is let it hit me a little bit. Use up its movement. It's on fire now, too. That's actually really helpful. I'll leave them on defense. It'll attack, I'll counterattack, and then should have no problem cursing it from there. Meanwhile, this little guy down here needs to die. Now, I wanted to use fireworks because it'd be fun, but it'd also affect my own units. I want to make sure I use Guardian Flame on somebody here. Ouch. Alright, and then the elves should be able to help. If I move them here, help deal with that guy. Okay. That leaves me available to Guardian Flame on the firstborn on the next turn, probably after they've taken some damage. Actually, may as well just do it on the longbows right there. We'll see if the opportunity arises to heal the firstborns, but they may be a bit too far away. Oh my gosh, he's almost dead. Okay, yeah, I can't really get to them to heal them, so I'll just Guardian Flame this guy for fun. And for XP. Alright, the order I want to do this in. Start with Curse, which now has a 70% chance of working. Okay, so he's cursed and immolated, and he's an orc. So I really should be able to get this. It should be a pretty high chance. 80%. Alright, cool. Yeah, I gotta remember to use Immolation to my advantage, because those Forge Priests get it. And turns out the Firstborn do too. Okay, no black units in sight yet. This guy needs to be in an army with a healer. Probably should... I'll let him tag along with the Theocrat's army instead of that Boar Rider. Oh, well, he can't yet, so... But he'll get there later. And I think that's as far as this army can go, yeah. Ah, Holy Champions is up for grabs now. Divine Justiciars doesn't come till later. I wonder if, what alignment black is. I don't think Holy Champions matters for that, but I am curious. It got me thinking. He is good, so... But I find Holy Champions to be useful in many other cases, like with that tomb right up there, which could have some pretty tough stuff in it. So I think now might be a good time to grab that. There's just a lot of dedicated to evil and undead units that pop up here and there. Well, I know the monkey doesn't want to go that way because everybody died when they tried to go back towards that other cave entrance in the last episode. Alright, well, there's scoundrels there, but that's water right behind him, so I should be safe. Oh yeah, I was going to jump these guys, that's right. It's that one civic guard made it through. At least the sorcerer's army can get something done. Way to go after the bigger group. Well, can't really do a whole lot of damage to Draconians, but could try to... I won't do much damage to the longbows either. You know what? I'm overthinking this. I have a giant big robot. Just go smash them. They're gonna do 1 damage in retaliation. How about you? Oh, they have Guard Breaker. I need to remember that. With Guard Breaker, I should be able to finish them off. Oh yeah. Come on. Oh no. I do believe he does not have his repair machine item yet, unfortunately. But I want to make sure he gets the XP for that kill. So is there anything else? Alright. That sorcerer needs XP wherever he can get it. You know, I was thinking about this too. The sorcerer down here is this city is pretty vulnerable. Black, I know, had a pretty big army right up in this area, a lot of griffins. I did some damage to them, they might need some time to heal, but underground, if they sent a significant force down here, I probably couldn't hold that city without some backup. So some of the machines that I'm building down here actually need to go past this tunnel entrance and go up north that way. Like that flame tank, I'll probably send him up there, and maybe any other, if I have, well, I think I've already sent off all the cannons, but I'll definitely send that flame tank up there to help him out. I want at least a full stack of defenders in that city with some decent range options. Alright, that is it for this turn. I don't think I'm in a position where I need to cast a Main of Earth or Mana Fuel Cells on anything right now. I might do that anyway if I start running up against my mana cap, but I don't see any reason to at the moment. That city's got Mana Fuel Cells, which is one of the important ones. This city might... Okay, it looks like that city could use Domain of Earth. The happiness went back down to 536, so I may as well go ahead and cast that on there. Alright. And Juggernaut's in 2 turns, by the way, so that city will need all the production it can get. Now, one problem with sending my Druid's army back to clear the Sanctum is it gives Purple that much more time to do whatever it is they're doing down here. And that Druid army, while great against any structure, if Purple actually has a significant enough force, it could be a serious problem for me because they can disjunct summon Beast Ward. Obviously, Independents can't. So some of the extra units that I have here might need to hang out in this spot for a little bit, and there's not many. I think I only really have like 1 extra because of the cannon that's in the area. Maybe 2. I might leave these machines down here to help the Druid army in at least killing that purple city and kind of knocking them out of this area. because I don't want them, and I don't want them operating back there, and I don't want them building up a significant enough force that my druid gets assassinated by a surprise, like 2 stacks of units. It's very unlikely that I have that many in this area right now, but it's theoretically possible, and I don't want to take that chance with what is easily my most powerful army. Zoom out here for a minute, and maybe actually should probably be keeping an eye on what's going on in this area. I hear... Okay, that's those pirates again, flying around. Not too worried about them, but... Alright, well in this city I'm gonna take Yaj's advice, and probably butchering the pronunciation on that name, but I'm gonna go ahead and summon that beast, or summon it. I'm gonna sell that beast lair and get that 100 gold, boost my economy a little bit. This night, I kind of think I want one with the Druid's army. Just thinking about that a little bit. I don't really know who I'd replace, though, because if I got a flame tank in there, the phalanx, and I need the spider with him, I don't know. Like, knights are great, but I think the Druid's army is pretty much set the way I want it. Well, let's give them a chance to prove their worth. We'll go ahead and clear this. It's going to tell me probable victory. Oh, it's just a bunch of shamans. That's not scary at all, except that they have befriend animal. We'll see how this goes. So far my Druid's army's running into the perfect counters for Summon Beast Horde. I think it would still be beneficial to me overall, because they can only befriend animal once per battle. So at most they're going to turn 3 of them against me, but I get 3 of them every turn. So still more useful to cast it. Plus they're all going to start under my control. They actually have to reach the animals in order to turn them to their side. And that ought to mix them up a little bit. I don't really know, not quite sure how I want to approach this. I think obviously tougher, more defensive units in front with Forge Priest behind. And the Flame Tank I want over on this side with the Firstborns and the Forge Priest. Because I might bunch them up in there, use the Forge Priest or Firstborn as a wall, and then have the Flame Tank behind just torching anything that comes through. Okay, their first attempt at befriend animal failed, second attempt worked, third attempt worked. So they got 2 of those spiders. Oh, they had 4 of them actually. 4 shamans. Okay, well they kind of got themselves all mixed up, so... But I'll get more animals. I don't think I've ever seen a bunch of shamans guarding one of these places before. That seems unusual to me, but I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I'm trying to gauge what direction those guys are more likely to run. And I'm going to stay on this side of these choke points. I want to force those shamans to funnel through one area. Because of that reason. Tangled a phalanx on defense. Good for you, I guess. Alright, Flame Tank it is. Maybe. Can't quite get the spread that I want. Okay, I can move. From this angle, I'd be close. I think I can get it from this angle. No. Not quite. I should have moved over here. I don't know if I would have gotten a line of sight penalty, but hang on. I know that spreads out. It goes forward 1 to the side 1, forward 1 to the side 1. So from here it goes forward 1, side 1, forward 1, side 1. It should hit everything from here. including my own phalanx. Man, I didn't set this up right at all. And I obviously can't move the phalanx. I don't think I can... Well, maybe I can. Okay, I can dispel that. It didn't work, of course, but... Alright, well, I'm not gonna flame tank my own guy. We'll just have to deal with those shamans. May as well leave the firstborn on defense. If you can web, or if you can entangle, I can web, right? Okay. We got people sneaking around that side. Send the warg over there to deal with them. And I want to probably nourishing meal that guy. Maybe heal later. Those monkeys will come in for a flank attack, but it's fine. Ooh. Ooh, he took quite a bit of damage there. I gotta remember he's an elf. He's weak to all that other stuff. That scared me a little bit. He's weak to poison, specifically, is what I meant to say there. Alright, well, number one priority now is getting the druid out of that situation. I will sacrifice the ice wolf just to get him in the way. I have a slightly better... Yeah, I can move the spider and actually flame tank people now. Fumbled. Okay. Oh, they're making this battle about as big of a pain as it can possibly be. That's a high elf shaman. He's not going to appreciate the poison. All right. I want to get that elf far away from Goblin Shaman. Come on, guys. Alright. They've already used Befriend Animal, so they can't befriend that spider. I'm just going to set him on fire. Okay, didn't set him on fire. I could finish him with my hero, but something tells me to just not toy around with that. There's other shamans back there. I don't want to take any unnecessary chances, so... And there's those monkeys right there. I almost forgot about. Yeah, just don't take chances. I'm going to get my hero out of there and heal him. Should be fine now. Monkeys can't reach me. And good, my phalanxes are unentangled now. And they'll just entangle the spider next. Web my wargs. Entangle that guy. They're just getting everything they want. Fine. You guys have fun just messing up everything. Hey, at least these monkeys can be a nuisance here. Well, guys, I'm afraid this is the end for you. Oh, come on, with all the fumbles, man. Just can't get anything to roll my way. One thing I love about flame tanks is they can attack every turn. That's really nice. can't possibly fight all of my animals. Can't see what's going on. Okay, who's left? That's one of the spiders they befriended. There we go. You're dead. This poor shaman. Just everywhere he turns, he's got something throwing poo at him or charging him with a blight tusk for. And he's a high elf, so he's weak to all that poison damage. Poor guy. I can't say I feel too sorry for him, though. Let's dispel this. I can't dispel that. Why can I not dispel that? I could dispel it on the phalanx. Why can't I dispel it on the Spider Queen? I don't know. Maybe the phalanx was suffering from some other debuff and you can't actually dispel entangled. Yeah, it's cursed. Yeah, it's trying to dispel cursed. Okay. Well, I guess, you know what? All my main units are here. I'll just let the animals do the rest of the fighting, and then if anybody wants to come to me, I'll just pick them off as they come. Haha, you got him. That's awesome. Wait a sec. Oh, befriend animal wore off. That's why I can't attack that. It's my own unit, because I killed the shaman that converted it. Which means there's only one group left, who will hopefully be webbed here. Nice. I should kill him with a penguin just for the fun of it. Awakened Spirit. Can always use XP. Oh, this spell is so crazy OP versus Independence. It's amazing. Alright, anybody else? Can I do anything here? I could dispel. Try to dispel that. Actually, I think they've already gotten the XP from dispel on this particular battle, so that probably doesn't do me any good. Can't cast any spells with the druid. Nope, everybody's pretty much done their thing, so I'm just going to finish this guy off. Get this battle over with. Go, go, go. Full speed ahead, everyone. That should be more than enough, I would think. Oh, the boar almost had a double kill. You know, I probably should have tried to finish that off with my druid instead. That would have been smarter, I think. City Quake. Okay. Destroys one random city upgrade. Kills 30% target's population. 30% of its population. That's a lot. Well, I guess it's kind of cool. I mean, I'll take that reward. Why not? Now these guys need to start heading back south. On to bigger and better things. Probably should have kept that flame tank moving north. But that's okay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to send one of them back. This guy, I want to go reinforce the Sorcerer's army so they can hopefully actually start doing something. I was working towards Call Lightning with this guy, I believe. Yeah, I want that. Probably should also consider getting the group Blight Protection Natural Immunity. I like that, especially considering he's an elf. We'll see what he's got on the next level. Alright, finally got tools for that guy. Actually, I'm gonna have them camp. Domain of Earth is ready to cast, so I'm gonna want that down here. Yeah, I need to just cast spells anyway because I have mana for it and nothing else to spend it on, really. City Quake I'd like to cast if I can find a good city to cast it on. Dragon Oil might be useful. Actually, you know what? Dragon Oil might be useful in any of my vulnerable cities. And that would definitely include the one where the Sorcerer army is, so I'll go ahead and start casting that. Pirates near Osberg, not really a concern. They can't get on the land. And I got one more flame tank on the way. And the last one, I think I might leave 2 down here to go with them heading east. Alright, another magic festival here. I could upgrade the city again now. I'm going to save my money because I get those juggernauts on the next turn, and I'm probably going to need a lot of it. I might even consider hurrying production of the first one. Okay, I don't need to. That's on infinite merchandise. Here, I would still be worth it for me to sell Warlord's Command, so I'll do that. Alright, let's see if we can find any of Black's cities. Ah, there's one right there. Ooh, City Quake now would be great. Hopefully they don't come after me. I was just saying, where's Black City? I've known where it is this whole time. And that is exactly where these guys are going to go. At least now I know those griffins didn't go underground chasing where my other units were. Do I want to clear that tomb now? I mean, it's really close, and this army is all holy champions. Plus they got a forged priest. And they're about to have a firstborn too, so let's, I think that setup looks pretty good. And it's a Theocrat. That's easy XP. That's a Grim Reaper in there, though. That's kind of scary. He can only invoke death once. I'll take that chance, but I'm going to leave my Theocrat back. I don't want to risk him getting killed. Unless the Grim Reaper rushes him. He's going to rush him. Okay. I need to make sure there's something between my Theocrat and that Grim Reaper. Or Dread Reaper. What kind of spells do I have here? Slayer's Doubt and Instant Wrath. I don't think Slayer's Doubt works on the undead, so I'm just gonna get him as far back as I can right now. Stay away from that thing. Maybe I can lure it into going after something like the Elf Longbow that's not quite as valuable. Actually, I should probably leave all my units on defense anyway. He should attack, or at least try to attack somebody with it. And then I can counterattack and just try to kill him really fast. Let's set up something like this. And just see what he does. Oh, come on. That's just annoying. Oh well, I can make more knights quickly and easily enough. Alright, well, make sure we make him pay for it. We are holy champions after all. We got sneaking around the other way. Now, Invoke Death can't be used for 3 turns, so I have some time, but I gotta get to him kinda quickly. Get off of them. We'll see what he goes for. He might try to kill the elves. Oh, right. That's a problem. Salt in the wound, right? No, he's going after the hero. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Alright, this battle just got really, really annoying. I'm not really in huge trouble yet, but if I lose any more units, I might be. Alright, priority number 1 is to turn that Grim Reaper around and keep my hero alive. My hero could do a tremendous amount of damage to it with Spirit Ray. The easiest way to do that would be to kill this unit, freeing up the longbowman to move behind. But I also need to keep in mind that that knight is there, which actually that knight is now a non-issue because okay, they just absolutely tore him apart, so that helps. Alright, so what I think I want to do, cook these guys. Just didn't quite get him. That's so annoying. Because I kind of wanted... Alright, they're going to burn up and die on the next turn, so I'll take this hit. 2 hits there, actually, to get a good flank attack on that Reaper. Actually, I can't flank it, but... Oh, okay. Well, at least I'm using up its movement. It has total awareness, I think. Does it? I definitely don't want to be around when it blows up. I forgot I had Void Implosion too, so... it shouldn't be able... I don't see a little warning indicator if I move that guy away, so... Can I... Is there any way I can... I want to try to heal that guy so he doesn't get picked off by something else. Obviously, I can't... I'm wondering how much damage he would do if I moved and took an attack of opportunity from the Reaper. He does 8, 8, and 8. That's 24. It's kind of a little risky, especially since some of that's cold damage and this guy's Draconian. But I don't know of any other way that I can... Well, I mean, I could just attack him. Then it at least wouldn't be a flank attack. And he only did that much damage with 1 hit, so I think I'd be okay to to hit him or attack him. The one problem is that I don't want to kill him. I want to use up all his action points and then rely on turning him around to move the other units away. The alternative is to set it up to take the flank attack and then heal the Phalanx, who he will wreck. I don't want to lose that Phalanx because I can't make more of them. There's got to be a way I can save them without risking my hero. Are there any other units on the battlefield I need to be aware of? It's just the Lost Soul. I think I've killed everything else. Although... those Hellhounds are going to get back up wherever I killed them at. I don't remember where they were at. It's kind of hard to tell with the corpses. That's that. Okay, that's the Hellhounds right there. Okay, they're on that tile, so they're not really threatening to anything important. Gosh, I need these guys to be able to move. But the Deathbringers would probably... and even if I could move them, I don't think it would help. Well, yeah, it would. It would, because I could use them to kill that unit and then get this guy around to heal the Phalanx so the Deathbringer doesn't kill them on the next turn. But can they survive a flank attack from a Deathbringer? I'll take that chance. Then I can use them to move back here, kill the Deathbringer, which frees up my Theocrat to run around to relative safety, where I can't be flanked, heal the Phalanx, which can stay on defense. Well, actually can't stay on defense, but the Reaper should not be able to kill it. he wanted that hero dead. He went for him. Guess I shouldn't be surprised. Okay, I gotta turn him around without killing him. I think the longbows are gonna be the best option for that. Probably. 4 to 7, 4 to 6. That's up to 13 damage times 3. Can't risk that, so I need to probably just be 2 shots. 13 damage times 2 would be 26. And he's got 29 health. And I definitely won't crit. So 2 shots should do it. Okay. Now they should be able to safely move away, allowing me to kill it without blowing myself up. I could pretty much kill it with any unit. Let's deal with these guys. If I can blow it up, then I could... I'm thinking I'll use the Forge Priest. I'm just trying to... Actually, I'd like the Forge Priest to heal somebody if possible, so... what I'll do instead... Let him do it. Then the Forge Priest can run down. Heal me. Yeah. Okay, those lost souls shouldn't be able to move without taking a hit. I think my longbows are okay. Because I should get all my action points back for those firstborn. Yeah, I'll get those action points back on the next turn. Alright. Okay. That battle was a lot more trouble than it's worth, or than it was worth. Lost a knight, very nearly lost a phalanx, very nearly lost a longbow. Ooh, got a nice item though. +3 melee strength, wall crushing, or +3 fire strength, +1 normal melee strength, and wall crushing. Not bad. I'll take it. I guess I'll give it to this guy. He probably won't be doing a whole lot of... You know, that actually seems like a needs to go to the warlord kind of weapon. Or my king. Both of them are in the same area, but it'll get to the warlord a little faster, so I'll do that. Alright, well, they're going to need a little bit of R&R, so why not bring that Black Knight up to replace the human knight I lost, because he needs healing too. I don't want to slow down my moves towards black, though. I need to keep this ball rolling. I should have plenty of healing with the Theocrat being there. And may want the cannon. I don't have any cannons in this group yet. Oh wait, no, I do have one with the Necromancer. Okay. So we'll just move as fast as I can, and the other units will bring up the rear as fast as they can, I guess. I want to replace that knight, so this guy's going to go out east. Pretty much everybody else probably should just bunch up together, honestly. I'm gonna park here. I don't feel safe sitting next to that thing. If it spawns a unit that can float on water, it might come after me, but I don't think they'll split up. I actually would have probably been fine. I don't think those units will split up, but I'm just going to play it on the safe side. Alright, I'm getting really close to... Actually, I can see that city on this turn, I think. Ooh, yeah, haste berries, please. Alright, so I can at least get Sea to Distrust on this before they become anybody's vassal. course, they can just disjunct it, but it'll at least hopefully slow things down a bit. And then the tiger can continue exploring. I don't want to forget to cast... Oh gosh, I know who that is. I don't want to forget to cast City Quake. So it's another elf. Oh man. That's a new city going up right there too. But I just can't quite get to it. I probably wouldn't win that battle anyway, but I would have used like stone... Oh no, stone skin wouldn't have been good either. I actually should probably get my tiger away from there, but it's good to know the elves have a city there. And Sheesh is an elf warlord. I don't remember what her specializations are, though. She's 2 air magic and an earth. Sadly, we have conflicting interests. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna send both of these flame tanks up towards the sorcerer. And yeah, like I was saying, gonna leave that cannon down here with the druid. Just a little extra backup in case they become a problem. And I need to get that settler down there soon too. Okay, got my my little tower built there, so that's good. Start moving off towards here, build one in the other area. Just want to make sure I don't tunnel through that wall. Stay right on the edge there. Now I can keep an eye on this city. That is actually their city, unfortunately. I would have tried to cast Seed of Distrust on that too, but they already own the city. Okay, then I gotta remember City Quake on the next turn, which actually would be very useful with this army closing in as quickly as they are. Hopefully I can deal a pretty sizable blow to black here before they become too much more powerful. I think everything else is in place, so go to the next turn and see what happens here. Actually, I probably should keep an eye out in... Well, actually, I want to keep an eye in both this area and this area, because I know I've seen purple units, a handful of halflings down here somewhere. Shouldn't be anything that my druid's army can't handle, but that's just what I've seen wandering on the outskirts of their borders. I don't know what they have inside. Also, I wanted to check and see what Osberg is up to. I forget what it's currently building. Just the barracks? Okay. Seems like the barracks should have been done last turn. Oh well. Pulling my druid army back here and clearing the sanctum, I might not have done that if I thought the borders were going to expand soon, but this city still has enough time before the borders expand that I'll have plenty of time to get back down there and clear both the enchanted tree and the dungeon. Specifically the dungeon first, because that's where the borders expand to next. And I'm going to need a lot of production for this city because it's going to have a lot of higher level structures that it needs to build, including the Pool of the Firstborn, among many other things. Once I get this set up to produce Dwarf Firstborns, though, this city is going to make some of the best units between the Firstborns, the Forge Priests, and the fact that it can make good boats. This is by far my most valuable city, I think, right here. Because it can also make good boats and machines, for that matter. Okay, the big news for this turn is that Produce Juggernaut is finally researched. Let's go ahead and select a new spell. I was going to grab Flashbang real quick if I had it, but I don't. It's not an option in here. Sidearms might be useful. I do have quite a few cavalry, especially now that I have those knights. I think I'll pick that up real quick. Alright, so let's see how quickly I can make a Juggernaut. I can't because I'm being dumb and didn't build the industrial plant, so oops. Should have had that ready to go on this turn. Instead, I've been building. I guess it doesn't hurt to have extra flame tanks, but I should have probably planned that ahead a little bit better at least. Alright, now that these guys are here, I'm pretty sure that Civic Guard's going to get left in the dust. I want a flame tank in this group. I have 2 firstborns and a forge priest, so wherever the flame tank goes, which is probably going to be this one, I want to make sure that I got the firstborns with it and the forge priest, just all the fire units with that thing. Let's see, probably put the king with that army, because I can leave the engineer with the musketmen and the other cannon and the golem, because I'm going to need repairs. This guy I probably should give a repair kit to as well, so he can help with that. Who else should go with the king? Let's say the squishy crossbow to give him some range, and the rest of these units can all stack up. Wait. What am I missing here? Somebody else needs to drop, at least to fit everybody in 2 armies, because I had that flame tank, and this one's going north. Oh man, sometimes it's hard to decide who to bring along. I mean, I'll have the other units probably following closely behind, but like that Civic Guard. But I don't know. I know I want the cannon. And for the cannon, I'm going to want the engineer. And probably the golem. I don't know. There's not a lot of range in this army, so golem's just a tier 2. I'll send the musketmen. Now the engineer will be busy reloading the cannon. I'll send the golem. Then the rest can follow along as quickly as they can. Alright, so they're pretty much set up to set off and smash some stuff. Probably starting with that purple city and generally moving east. And my leader just upgraded. I don't know really what I should... I like Firebomb. I think I might grab Firebomb. Yeah, that one's fun. Okay, Builder's Hall is done here. Next up would probably be the Siege Workshop, since I can do that in 1 turn. I know that city's got a lot of building and growing to do, so I'll go ahead and invest in that now. City Quake is ready to cast, so I want to get ready to do that. Let's move up here and see what he's... Oh my gosh, there's a lot of stuff piling up in there. Yeah, I gotta do something about all that. Man. Yeah, we're gonna need all the backup we can get. So basically everybody else needs to join together. Back these guys up. And at least I got another knight on the way who I'm going to go ahead and grab those haste berries to catch up. How'd the healing go on that turn? They still got some patching up to do, but they'll get there. Alright, well, I'm going to cast City Quake on this anyway, so... I think that also damages the walls. I don't know if it says that in the description, but yeah. Well, I will probably just continue getting dragon oil like I was originally planning on now. Maybe I should have waited to cast City Quake on like the turn I could actually launch the attack. You know what? I'm going to abort that. I'm going to start getting that ready again. Because it might be a couple turns before I'm actually ready to launch a proper attack, since I'm waiting to bring in a 3rd stack for extra insurance. Let's see, this is going to the Warlord. Alright. And let's see. Do I need... Whoop. No, 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 no. I don't want to sell that. No. I want to forge another item. I want to look at my heroes real quick here. We've got... Colm the Lucky. He's going to have one. The Druid has one now. Sorcerer's got one. The Theocrat does not have one, so I need one for him. Just one more for the Theocrat, and then I think I'm good. So yeah, we want forge item, not sell item forge. And emergency repair, where are you? Alright, so plenty of tools for everybody to keep my machines running in tip-top shape. Alright, I will be continuing on with the Druid's army heading south. We'll probably clear the Enchanted Tree first, then circle back around to the dungeon, and then go straight after the Halflings from there, I think. So that will all have to wait until the next episode, because I need to go ahead and wrap this one up. I don't think there's anything else to go over or say here. You guys pretty much know where I'm at. If you like, maybe give me your thoughts on what I'm really running into here, because that's a lot of flamers up on a wall. But honestly, the Griffin Riders, I'll be okay. I think overall I've got a pretty evenly matched army. I got like a Phalanx to help deal with the Griffin Riders, maybe two. Yeah, I got 2 Phalanxes to help deal with the Griffin Riders. I had tier 3 units of my own, including a Firstborn and a Knight. It'll eventually be 2 Knights. Plus I got Siege. So I think overall I've still got the upper hand going into this. But let me know your thoughts on what I might be getting myself into. I'm going to leave my drone there so I can kind of look at it at the beginning of the next episode. But yeah, otherwise I think that's it. That's all there is to talk about. So thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next episode.